with this show or movie, I assume it's a movie coming out. What is your anticipation with this movie? And after seeing all the Gundam series and movies that you've seen, which Gundam series or movie is your favorite? And what's your favorite Gundam?
I have a favorite Gundam.
Okay, you got like 3 questions in there.
Yeah, 3 questions.
Got a lot of stuff to think about.
Yeah.
Yeah, it just gives
Give you a variety of comments.
Yeah.
I definitely didn't say that.
No.
That's not what I said.
And now I need my vengeance, but I'm gonna have to get it.
He said dark. People enslaved.
Nah, I need a Requiem right now. We got Gundam Requiem for Vengeance by Netflix. This sounded to me, I had not seen anything about this. I ain't seen nobody post about this. But this sounds like, to me, either a CG or a live action Gundam series produced by Netflix. I don't care nothing else. I just need to see it.
I think it's CG.
Okay, that's fine.
I'm
That's fine.
When I was adding this to the queue, it played for a couple seconds, and I think it's CG. I mean, it's really good CG, so I almost couldn't really tell. But I was like, I think this is CG. I didn't watch it, but it was like it played for a couple seconds.
I was about to say Gundam. That's exactly what you guys like is the Gundam.
Yeah, the mechs,
right? The mechs.
mech battles.
That's what you guys are into.
Robots.
So I was just like, oh,
Getting
I'm
the-
surprised you guys
getting the
haven't heard anything about this coming out for Netflix. This is the first time.
So to be clear, right? There's a lot of avenues of Gundam, right?
Okay.
I like.
They didn't do a Crisis series for Gundam.
They probably could. To be honest with you, every Gundam series is a Crisis series. Ain't nothing happy happening in it.
I mean, like, they need to have
like all of them
a
mashing together.
destruction of different timelines and universes and storylines.
I think that's at least one of the games, which was interesting. The Dynasty Warriors Gundam games. I think that's what's happening.
Oh, interesting.
But look, I'm in it for looking at really cool looking robot designs. I like the model kits, and I like the games that allow me to build a robot. I'm gonna tell you 100%. I don't care nothing about what else goes on in Gundam.
Yeah, I really don't. I just like the robots.
I could not tell you.
The
You know who
combat.
does? My roommate loves him. He's watching Gundam from the beginning,
That's
Kelvin
awesome.
is. Oh my gosh.
and I look at it every time that it's on, and I'm just like, why?
Because he was.
Just like we're discussing more. He's watched Iron Blooded Orphans, which is a newer one.
Yeah,
He's watched Witch from Mercury. I think
that one.
both seasons. He's watched the original Gundam. He's watched Zeta Gundam. He tried watching Gundam Wing as like a child, and was just like, oh no, this ain't it.
Did you watch it as an adult?
He hasn't gotten through it yet because he's going through it from the beginning.
Oh, wow. Okay.
So
he's got a.
I think he just finished Zeta, and now he's gonna be on Double Zeta soon.
Okay.
I'm just like, I don't know how you could do this.
Build fighters.
Yes, he's seen all the build fight, but I don't count that as Gundam.
Something else I don't know anything about because that's what y'all are into.
Fighting robots.
So-
Fighting robots.
No,
Ooh.
no. Gundam is politics.
Facts.
Well, that's true.
Through the guise of fighting
Yes,
robots.
that is true.
There happen to be... So, essentially, right,
Just like you
it's
watch-
politics. It's
watch
Cold
Dragon
War
Ball.
politics. I can't even say Cold War politics half the time. It's politics, but they're just like, you know what would solve all my problems? A robot. We just build a robot
Put a man in
that
there.
fights and outplays the forces that the other side has. And then the other side goes, whoa, that robot's strong. Can we get one of those?
Put a man in there.
All of them except G Gundam, which is more fighting, less politics, but it's still politics.
Yep.
That's like every country in the world has its own representative robot. And whoever's robot survives at the end of the year gets to be king of the world. That's essentially what happens. I know there's way more that happens in G Gundam. Yes, the whole thing is a
The
tournament.
whole thing.
Well.
But Gundam is pretty much just like politics and like political allegory. Yeah, like just
with giant
Yeah.
robot mechas.
Except
Okay.
for
See, you keep saying it, and it's just I'm not lying to you when I tell you most of it is just them talking and making plans and strategies and being like, this will kill that many people. Let's just do it. Like
our
I think
number is bigger than your number.
Like I think in the first one, like one of the catalysts for why they made the Gundam is because the bad guy side turned off a space station and tried to drop like a space station from onto the planet, and they just missed their target. So they were just like, "Oh, they kill off everybody in the spaceship. We can't stand that."
We gotta build raw and stop.
Yes,
It again.
exactly. That's exactly what they said. And I'm like, "What?"
Chia says that she's in the same boat as me because she has no clue what you guys are talking about.
Talking about fighting robots.
Talking about why people think building giant robots.
Talking about fighting robots.
That's pretty much it. It's like replace the idea of nukes and just put a giant robot in there, and then it's just real life.
Facts.
That's literally it.
Well, who did it better, Gundam or Code Geass?
Well, one of them is still going on, so I can't. But they both got stay power.
I mean,
they both got stay power.
All good things must end.
You're right, but Gundam said, "Hey, look, I'm still bringing in bucks for
Code
Japan."
Geass told a story.
You're right. I think it's a better told story than Code Geass. I'll give you that.
Gundam, they just can't decide which number is bigger, so they keep fighting each other.
Hey, look, man. There's a lot of stuff you can talk about war. Every time Kelvin watches a Gundam series, he's just like, Japan never got over being bombed. That's what Gundam is. Like, they have PTSD and they're just talking about how they feel. And you know what? The more that he points it out to me, I'm just like, I don't know. I can't argue that.
I can't speak for them. It's just...
Chia says, who do you think would win in a fight, Gundam or Mega XLR?
I would want Mega XLR to win, but a Gundam would win.
A Gundam would win and not blink. Because they don't blink because they're robots. But
like, maybe if it was like...
The guy piloting wouldn't even bat an eye.
Yeah, like, some of the background that they give Gundams, like the pilots, it's just comic book logic. We're a whole new type of human.
My boy,
we can see into the future and predict things beyond the level. I'm just like, nah. What are y'all doing out here?
I remember all this
Mm-hmm.
Gundam talk is making me remember when we went to that Comic-Con convention and I saw that huge blow up or that pop out.
What was it? Do you remember?
And I looked at it.
Did you blow up or pop out?
No, it was a huge pop out. It wasn't a blow up thing. It was like one of those pop up stands. I looked at it.
What did you call it?
And the first thing that came out of my mouth was Transformers. You and Dre looked at me like I had my head turned backwards.
It was a Voltron.
I didn't know what I was looking at. I looked at the thing and I was
Voltron?
like, I
It
said,
was Voltron, and she called
I
it
mean, Voltron transforms.
All I know, I looked at you, looked at Trey, we both looked at you. I'm surprised no one else heard you say that.
It was a huge, like, robot machine.
Wow, look at Optimus Prime.
Right?
First off, I'll show you the picture after the stream. I actually have a picture of it.
That's what I was thinking. I
That's
looked
a big
I
Optimus
looked
Prime.
at that huge pop-up stand and I was like, ooh, Transformers. And he looked at me and
I don't know this woman.
they both looked at me at the same time.
No, because you playing it off like we looked at you because we were nerding out. We looked at you because you said it so confidently. It was like
you knew you had it right. That's how you said it.
In that moment, I thought I was.
Yeah, I
based
know.
on what I looked at.
We know too because we saw your face.
Saw your face.
Wow.
That was the part that made it funny.
Transformers.
This was one of those things where it was just like, bless your heart. Which Transformer is that, honey?
That's Optimus Prime.
Yep.
I was so elated to see that stand because I was
Ooh,
like,
I like that word.
I was like, ooh, something
Elated. I like that word.
Word of the day, elated. But I looked at that stand and I was just like, oh, something that I
know.
recognize.
Yep.
I recognize that robot. That's Optimus Prime.
I didn't know what robot it was. That's why I stuck to Transformers.
That's the red and the blue and the yellow.
I I was so serious.
Ooh. I'm gonna play this intro and then we'll get into
Well,
Requiem for Vengeance.
It is that Transformer.
Don't encourage it.
I'm trying to transform.
Don't encourage it.
Again, I don't have anything against her saying it. It was just the
burst my bubble.
It was the confidence by which she said it in the middle of this crowd of people.
Quietly take you off stage.
You know the SpongeBob disappoint.
They looked at me and they just shook their head and they said, "No, that's Voltron." And I had to look at them and I was like, "Are you sure?" Because in my mind, I'm like, "No, you're wrong. That's obviously Transformer."
We could not.
What y'all looking at?
What did I say? That's Optimus Prime, right?
Nah, I said it right. See, y'all just don't know. Stupid. That's why I can't take you boys nowhere. Out here embarrassing me. But nah, we're all queued up. Let's check out the official teaser for Requiem for Vengeance.
I want this to wow me. I'm gonna be wowed.
I'm looking at the still for the background.
I'm probably gonna look at this and be like, another mecha show.
Look at that.
I'm not lying to you when I say there's really not. They'll showcase a Gundam for sure, but there's not gonna be a lot of Gundam stuff. Hey,
It's about the pilot.
You heard the Major.
It's about
Prepare to drop.
this woman.
This
we
reminds
go.
me of that Final Fantasy movie that they did around the time of the Final Fantasy 15 game.
Is this supposed to be a movie or a show?
I guess it's a movie.
I hope it's a movie.
I would assume that it's a movie.
Well, we got some Gundams here. The bad ones.
Yep.
They look good.
That's clean. I approve.
I like the way they move. Got some cows. Robots don't eat or drink milk,
Nope.
but the pilots do.
I was about to say. No,
Production
please.
looks good.
See, you gonna make me bring up so many
No.
things that I just don't like about Gundam. Oh damn, that was quick as a bit.
Yeah.
They
They
showcased
said it
it.
was a teaser.
I didn't see no sword.
I saw an axe. I saw an
Axe
axe.
is close enough.
Yeah, but those ones always have axes. So if they didn't, that would be a huge war problem.
Yeah. But it looks like a lot of basic Battlefield stuff, which is cool.
It's bitch Gundam.
God damn.
Yes.
Whatever
So-
you say, sir.
It kind of brings up like a lot of stuff that I don't like about Gundam, where I'm just like, y'all put a lot of effort into making stuff look like humanoid that I don't particularly think makes sense. Like the only one that really made sense to me was G Gundam because it was literally like it's giant robots but they're boxing.
Oh, do you mean like they made the robots anthropomorphic? Is
Yeah.
that what you mean? Okay. Like act like people walking onto the
Yes.
instead
Like
of
to the point where they have like literal hands to grab guns and swords and all this. I'm just like, that seems hella inefficient.
made giant guns for robots where you could just have the hand be the gun.
Yes, exactly. I'm like, what is the budget?
That's why they have the glowing finger.
But that's like the fighting.
Shining
Burning
Yeah.
finger.
They said
See-
there's a reason.
Get
There's a
right.
reason.
Burning finger.
Yeah. That's
Burning
the one.
finger.
Technically, they had both in that series. They had a shiny and
Shiny and
Yeah, okay. You looking
Yeah.
for that?
I don't know
But
which one
see-
I owned.
Yeah, no, but see, that one makes sense to me because it's just like, oh,
Yeah.
it's martial artists in here, so they just have to fight.
Mhm.
In these, where it's like war, I'm like, that makes no sense to me. It's just like, so what, if I shoot the gun out of his hand?
Now what? It's just on. You gotta go pick it up now. They airdrop. They airdrop a gun. They'll airdrop it.
I guess. Like, Gundams,
It'll destroy
just
half the city.
by design, were always dumb to me. That's why I don't like most Gundam series, but I will 100% admit, they look pretty to look at. Most of them, they come later on.
So how do you feel about the teaser you just saw?
I think
It looks
pretty.
pretty.
It's so
It's,
pretty.
it's really pretty.
And it looks like the aspect of Gundam that I know people like.
Okay. Would you guys watch it?
No.
I will.
What you
I
just
will
saw?
watch it.
On
I will
Netflix,
watch it.
you wouldn't watch it?
I watch it until I fall asleep.
Yeah, like I said,
I like looking at good. I like looking at good animation. Like good pretty stuff. I like looking at pretty things.
I would probably watch clips.
Yeah, I like looking.
But I don't care enough about Gundam as a series to really watch this. But I do think that it looks good, and it looks like a lot of things that I know people like about Gundam.
I don't think I'd make it through without falling asleep.
Okay.
Yeah,
I will watch it all the way through.
To be honest.
yeah.
I'd watch it with the intention of seeing it all the way through, but I'd fall asleep at some point.
For me, if you're just gonna make a giant robot, just make the giant robot fight things. What I like is Pacific Rim.
Or
I don't need to think about this mess.
I like if the focus is on the pilot.
Mm-hmm.
I like that. It's not on the robot. It's they're telling a story of this pilot. Sometimes that's all you need.
Yeah,
and
that's
the
Pacific
robot
Rim
is
too.
just the context where, it's not really about the robot. It's just more about this pilot and what struggles he's going through.
Yeah.
I like Pacific Rim.
I was about to say that sounds just like Pacific Rim to me.
Yeah.
I don't know. I just think the politics and like the world lore kind of boggles down Gundam to me to where it's not super interesting. But this does look like the political warfare, the political and the warfare aspects that people like about like old school Gundam.
Okay.
So, hey, look, I'm happy for y'all.
Okay. Well, is there a question for the audience?
Got one. All right, Gundam fans, with this show or movie, I assume it's a movie coming out. What is your anticipation with this movie? And after seeing all the Gundam series and movies that you've seen, which Gundam series or movie is your favorite? And what's your favorite Gundam?
I have a favorite Gundam.
Hey, you got like 3 questions in there.
Yeah, 3 questions.
Got a lot of stuff to think about.
Yeah.
Yeah, it just gives...
Give you a variety of comments.
Yeah.
That's fine. Well, while you're commenting all that nonsense and jargon,
Shiny.
go ahead.
That's my favorite.
Go ahead and like the video if you enjoyed it. Share with somebody that you think might enjoy it too.
I like the Transformer.
And subscribe to the channel. If you haven't already, we're on our way to getting to the first 500 subscribers by the end of the year. So be a part of the madness and help us reach our goal. Also, feel free to check out the link in the description. It'll give you a link to all of our socials, including our Discord page, the C2 Circle. There you can be around for all the content that's going to be lined up next week when we go live at
7 p.m.
Eastern time on the dot.
That's right.
Well, never mind.
Today was different. All right.
And it wasn't crazy as that day.
Yeah.
We were like a minute off.
Yeah.
I was about to say, I was about to turn y'all from Mogwai Gremlins. Don't feed them before midnight. Don't start the stream after 7:16. If you're checking this video out on YouTube, thank you so much for all of your love and support. We really appreciate you. Feel free to come by on one of the live streams. But until that time comes, we'll just catch you in the next video with more Catered Chaos. Peace.
Bye.
Later.
Oh yes, many leaders.
An hour later.
Now there's good candy.